Utah Business is pleased to present the 2021 20 in Their 20s Awards, celebrating Utah's talented and ambitious young leaders who are already taking the business world by storm. Today's event is sponsored by Digital Bytes Production and Design, Web, Beehive Meals, Gab Wireless, MX, Pack Size Now, Pentalon Construction, Transparent BPO, and Utah State University MBA. And now, please welcome your Master of Ceremonies, Vice President of Marketing at the Buckner Group, Liana Kennard.
We're all getting settled. How are we feeling today? Feeling good? This is off script, so I apologize, but do we have any military or veterans that are here today? And if you are, could you please stand? Do we have any military? Thank you for your service. Thank you so much. So welcome to our 2021 20 in Their 20s recognition luncheon. We're so glad to be here today and to honor these young leaders and individuals who are forging their own paths and making their way up the corporate ladder, hopefully not going to take my job anytime soon, and they're making a tremendous impact in their organization and industries. Considering just how young these professionals are, it's pretty amazing what they've already accomplished. And I'm sure these men and women will be making waves in our communities for years to come. So today, during our program, we're going to have the opportunity to hear from all of them and all the things they've accomplished, and I'm sure we'll get an idea of why they are so key to our organizational success in the community. So real quick, just a little intro about Utah Business. Utah Business provides award-winning, in-depth journalism on the tech and entrepreneurial business at the forefront of our nation's economy. Their print and digital publication reaches executives across the state and provides deep dive events on the industry shaping our future. So please give a warm welcome to one of my favorite women. I love her and know her very well, Elle Griffin, Editor-in-Chief with Utah Business.
Hello. Thank you guys so much for being here. So this year we saw a shift in the way we do business, and I think that's largely because of what the 20-somethings had to contribute to that. The singer Ariana Grande, for one, earned upwards of $20 million for one 15-minute long concert that she performed 5 times over a weekend inside the video game Fortnite. The concert was completely virtual, completely animated, and saw more than 1 million views. Just so you have a comparison, her Sweetener World Tour brought in $243 million in a year, with 2.7 million tickets sold. So what once took a year of touring and 229 high production shows to earn could have been achieved with only 3 hours in a recording studio and a debut in the metaverse. And then there's Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear, who wrote a Broadway musical inspired by the television series Bridgerton and workshopped it live on TikTok, garnering 2.4 million followers and a studio album and a live performance at the Kennedy Center. It might even be nominated for a Grammy. Even in this group, we have founders, CEOs, and COOs in our midst. We have people who are looking at the world differently and designing it in their image. We have people who are not looking to pad their LinkedIn resumes, but to build their own DAOs and launch their own NFTs. The older generations will always decry the younger generations for their youth. They'll say they don't work hard or they don't work past 5. I heard somebody say that last week. But it's not because they're lazy or undriven, it's because we're reinventing the world and doing it in less time. Before we get started, I want to thank our sponsors, Digital Bytes Production and Design, Web, Beehive Meals, Gab Wireless, MX, Pack Size Now, Pentalon Construction, Transparent BPO, and Utah State University MBA. Thank you all so much for making this event possible, and congratulations to this year's 20 in their 20s.
So before we start, we're going to give a little bit of background on Web. You're going to see some pretty cool things today. So Web is a full-service event company based here in Salt Lake City. In addition to doing live events, such as this one that you're going to see today, they're now doing virtual events to help spice up their message and our message to thousands of people around the world. Whether virtual or live, Web is one of the most creative and innovative event companies in the market. So rather than tell you, we're going to show you. So we're going to play this video real quick to see what they can do. That deserves an applause. I do events, and that's pretty great. Thank you, Web, so much for your support. So now we're going to shift, and we're going to get this party started. We're pleased to move on to the recognition part of today's program. Please turn your attention to the video screens to hear about our first honoree of the afternoon.
Years back, when my daughter was first born, I had prepared a bunch of freezer meals for myself, and I way over prepared, and when we got to the point of actually using them, I had way too many. So we gave a lot out to friends and family and realized that there was a need for this service. So being the entrepreneurial minded person that I am, we have spun it and created this business that we have now. My dad was a VP at a very large company when I was very, very young, and he just was not happy. He made a lot of money. He didn't love it. He wasn't passionate about it. When I was very young, he ended up quitting that very stable job and is now his own. He's a land developer. And there's definitely been trials in the 2008 crash and all of that. It was feast or famine in my household, but it was almost like that thrill of however hard my dad worked, that's how, like, he really could drive his own success. So really having that kind of example in my life has really driven me to, I don't want that 9-to-5 job. I will work 24 hours a day if it means I don't have to work 9 to 5. So that's really where that drive comes from. I can create my own success.
Please welcome to the stage the founder and Chief Executive Officer of Beehive Mills, Elise Jackson.
I just want to say thank you. I didn't think I would get emotional, but watching that video, and my parents are here, and they really just have shaped who I am and just what I've been able to accomplish. I have so much support from our amazing management team who is here with us, as well as my husband, and yeah, just thank you, and I wouldn't be here without any of their support.
I've had a really interesting and fun journey to my career. I actually graduated from college with a communications degree and jumped right into doing external communications. And from there, I saw so many opportunities on the internal side. There's such a need for branding to our employee base and branding to potential employees. In our industry, really, our product is our people there serving other customers. And so eventually, after enough time, I guess, being a business partner to HR, I was able to make that jump into HR. Really foster empowerment to our people in all the countries that we work in. We want to take care of our employees. We want to take care of the communities we work in, because that's how you really have sustaining success. It's by empowering and by helping grow and educate your employee base. And so that's something I love to do and something I'm really passionate about, and just so excited every time I get to go to the sites too and meet the people and see how some of these programs we're working on and develop, how they actually get implemented, and how getting to see that success and getting to see that joy in that education and see the people improving themselves.
Welcome to the stage, Alyssa Ott, Director of Global HR and Engagement with Transparent BPO. Where's Alyssa at? Come on.
Those lights are bright, so thankfully I can't see anyone, so that makes me a little less nervous being up here. But I want to say thank you to Utah Business for the award. Thank you to everyone who came out here to support all of us recipients, and to the people, though, that are with me as well. My husband and I, we joke around. 4 or 5 years ago, I was considering a few different job opportunities, and he made me take the job. He made me take the job that I did, and we joke about that, and we joke to my boss as well that he extended the offer in the first place because it was a terrible interview. But those two have made such a tremendous impact on my life personally and career-wise these past several years. My husband for his endless patience, to my boss Lance for giving me a seat at the table, encouraging me to use my voice as well. I'm extremely grateful for both of you and for your confidence in me and continued support. So thank you, and thank you everyone here today as well.
My favorite book is The Kite Runner. It, I think, is just full of amazing lessons. I probably read it at an age maybe younger than is appropriate for that book, but I think it kind of forced me to think about things like empathy and forgiveness and compassion, and really just kind of focusing on what's important in life. For me, I found that I felt successful when I was happy to be going to work and putting in extra time and, staying up really late to get a big project done or a big event, something like that. And so that is where I have found success in my role, and not only in my role, but in my personal life as well. Anything that I'm really excited about normally ends up going well. I'm so happy with where I'm at with my career now. And so if there's something that you want, I think that you can forge that path for yourself and find your way to get there. You just kind of have to keep it up, and it'll all be worth it in the end. And honestly, while it might feel like a pain in the moment, you look back on it and it felt like it went quickly and really wasn't that hard to get there.
I believe that beautiful little baby cry is our next winner's better half. I shouldn't say better half, but please welcome to the stage Ani Ko, Director of Operations with the Maloof Foundation.
That is indeed my child. I was not here for filming because I was in labor with that little one. So thank you to everyone at Utah Business for accommodating, everyone here. And, a lot of what I think our PR team who had nominated me for this award talked about in my application was just about women in the workplace. And so, congratulations to everyone here, but, to the women who have made it here, I feel really honored to be a part of that group and have my little baby here with me and be a working mom. So anyways, thank you. I really appreciate all the work that went into this.
I graduated from the University of Utah in 2017, and from there started a job in public relations at Overstock, which led me to start working for their blockchain business called Medici Ventures. So I was able to help with PR for them, and as well as their nearly 20 portfolio companies. So it's just been really awesome being able to be in this blockchain space, telling the stories of all of these awesome blockchain companies that are aiming to change the world through technology, and I've really enjoyed being involved in that. I hope to be somehow making a difference. I know in communications, I'm not the one that is building the product that can, change the world, but I like to be touching it somehow, and I feel like I can do that in PR and communications. I'm also really passionate about helping females gain visibility in the corporate world. At Overstock, I was able to be an Overstock Women's Network ambassador, and it was really awesome to plan events and help other women around the company gain visibility and build their network.
Please welcome to the stage Anna Christensen, Social Media and Communications Manager with T0.
Hello, thank you. I feel so honored to be receiving this recognition from Utah Business, but there is no chance that I would be standing up here today without the support of my mentors who continually show me the ins and outs of how to be successful in my career, the Overstock leadership team who believed in me and advocated for me, my bosses, past and present, who gave me so many opportunities to learn and expand my skill set, and also my amazing coworkers who've taught me so much, who have been such an amazing support system, and who have become some lifelong friends. So thank you, and then thank you to Utah Business for hosting this event today. I feel so honored to be on the 20 in their 20s list alongside so many young, impressive professionals in Utah. So thank you.
Women's Epic is the first trail race in Utah created specifically for women. It's created for all levels of adventure-seeking women to get outside their comfort zone and really just get more women on the trails in Utah. It's super fun. We have amazing sponsors, some that are Utah-based and some that are international. And next year we will be going to Brighton Resort and Brian Head Resort here in Utah. My business partner, Jody, and I, she's amazing. She's our marketing director. We got talking, and there's just really nothing on the trails that's like geared towards women. So we decided to create the Women's Epic to fill that gap and just get more people outside in a positive community. It can be for beginner athletes who have never ran a race or for elite athletes who really want to challenge themselves. I have learned a lot of things not to do. I've learned to not be afraid and not be timid. I grew up being a little bit more timid and shy, and that didn't get me anywhere. And so just failing forward and trying new things instead of being scared and holding back is probably the biggest thing I've learned not to do, if that makes sense.
We're all going to go for a run right after this, right? So please welcome to the stage the co-founder and race director of Women's Epic, Ashley Hines.
Hi, this is so fun. I think it's amazing that Utah Business brought this great group of people together to connect and celebrate some pretty awesome accomplishments. I felt a little bit intimidated by the list after reading it, and it's just been great to be here. So thank you, Utah Business, for celebrating us and putting this on. And of course, I couldn't have done this without all the amazing mentors and people in my life, especially my husband for just the support that he's given me to follow my dreams, and my dad for his business mentorship, and most importantly, like I mentioned, Jody, who is our marketing director. She believed in me and the vision of our brand way before I did, and because of her belief and her tenacity and grit and gracefulness in business, she's taught me so much, and we've been able to put on a pretty epic trail race and expand and have global partnerships and sell out and just do some pretty epic things that I didn't even know was possible. So thank you so much, and cheers to everyone for being here.
I always look to do something beyond, something that can become profitable. And really what we do truly is save lives. We save thousands of lives each and every year through our alcohol monitoring technology, and really assist DUI offenders get back on the roads and keeping everyone safe. So incorporating something with such significance along with becoming, a very large and profitable company, it's the best of both worlds to me. Almost everything I do revolves around government and government contracts and state contracts, working with courthouses, legislature, that sort of thing. It's not very common to have individuals at 23 years old in this sector. That's always been a challenge just because I don't have a lot of background with it. I've kind of had to teach myself the ropes, and also bring in great people such as our government affairs directors. So. My immediate family inspires me, consisting of my mom, dad, and my brother. My mom and dad, since they're 18, 19 years old, have both been very, very successful entrepreneurs still to this day. They've given me tons of background knowledge, education, and support along the way, and still to this day do. So they always, strive to inspire me, push me hard every day. And my younger brother as well, he's 18 years old. He's a professional soccer player for Inter Miami and MLS, so he inspires me every day. If he's young and could be doing that, we can all do something good.
We definitely have some very impressive honorees this afternoon, and our next honoree is no exception. Please welcome to the stage the co-founder of Skyfine USA and DUI Holdings, Austin Najib.
Hello everyone. I'm so honored to receive this award and be in this part of this group of such successful businessmen and women throughout the state of Utah at such a young age. Congratulations to you all, and thank you so much to the Utah Business Magazine for putting on such a fantastic event to honor and commemorate us all. Thank you.
I started out my, college career. I was studying engineering, and I loved how all the information can fit together, how you can solve lots of complex problems, and I realized a couple years in that my heart wasn't in engineering, it was in the solving of those problems, right? So I switched into a business program, and I got a degree in marketing and business administration. Working at Job Nimbus, I get to do all of those problem solving, fixing processes, working things in, and that's where I'm at and how I kind of got here. I love it. I think one of the people that inspires me most is my dad. He's just a really good example to me of recognizing the value of hard work and putting in the effort to make things happen, right? I remember when he was teaching me about how to mow the lawn and trim the edges and all of that, I would always leave the grass clippings everywhere, and he would always remind me that I was leaving the job unfinished, right? And if you're gonna do a job, you need to make sure that you're willing to do it through to completion and make sure that you do it to the best that you can.
Let's give a warm welcome to Brandon Jensen, Marketing Operations Analyst with Job Nimbus.
Well, I feel like I'm in pretty good company here. This is an amazing group of people that we've got. And I definitely know that I wouldn't be here without the opportunity that Job Nimbus took on me. When I applied for the position I'm at, I was underqualified, but they took the opportunity to take that risk and help coach me and push me to be more than I thought I could be in my time with them so far. So it's been an amazing growing opportunity. I'm so glad for the help and the push that they've given me. And this recognition by the Utah Business Magazine is amazing. I'm so glad that I get to be here and be a part of this wonderful group of people. Thank you.
actually initially wanted to be a software engineer. Right out of high school, I went into a dev boot camp, and there's only one company I wanted to work for, which was MX, and it actually took like 6 interviews to finally get hired there. Just wanted to be around software engineering, and found myself leaning more towards product, and eventually started working with our mobile banking product, and it's been 5 years of that, so it's been great. Ever since I was younger, I always looked at finance as like a really cool, fast-paced environment, and MX was just a perfect fit between those two things, being in the financial market and then also being part of a startup that is fast-moving and making a great impact. It is just somewhere I wanted to be. The coolest thing to me about software development is there's 1,000 different ways to solve each solution. Just going through that problem-solving process, finding the best patterns that are going to work moving forward. That's the funnest part to me, is how many different ways you can solve a problem.
I think he deserves 6 rounds of applause for applying that many times. That's awesome. We're pleased to welcome to the stage Product Development Manager for MX, Caden McBride.
Holy cow. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Utah Business. And yeah, definitely wouldn't be here without all the mentorship and really life mentors that I've had at MX. And just so thankful my family could be here. They're the inspiration for all the hard work. So thank you.
Someone that really inspires me is my mom. She is a Mexican immigrant, college graduate, and a strong proponent for education. And I know growing up, she was always the person to cheer me on and to motivate me to do things that maybe I didn't always want to do. But she's shown me how to be resilient and shown me how to find opportunities to bring fresh perspective into situations and learn from other people. Because so often, we are coming from different reigns or sectors, and I think there's more that can be done when we really find middle ground with each other and meet each other in the middle, meet people where they are. I'd like to see change in how government and realms of quote-unquote power engage with communities. And that, I think, has to be more reciprocal. We have to be more willing to share exactly why it is that we're going into communities to ask for these, this information and this feedback, and then go back and explain exactly how it is that we're going to be using or informing, the work of the policy or the intervention with the community experiences. And I think that requires seeing communities and advocates and community-based organizations as experts in their needs. So that way, once we're at a final product or once we're at a policy intervention, we know that it's going to directly impact the people that we intended to, and in the way that they expect, and in the way that they would like for it to affect their lives.
Please welcome to the stage Communications and Community Engagement Coordinator with the Utah Division of Multicultural Affairs, Claudia Loaiza.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope you can tell by the video how much I love this dress. But really, I cannot, be here without saying that the team over at the Division of Multicultural Affairs is so dedicated to creating more participatory pathways to policy. And I'm also here because of the story that I have lived and I come with as being a daughter of immigrant parents. And that can be a story of isolation, of trying to prove oneself constantly, but I also see, strength and asset in that by knowing that I come from a long line of people who really root themselves in hope and find connections where they can. So I hope that's something that continues to drive my work with the division in creating more pipelines to communication and engagement with communities that are underrepresented and underserved. And really grateful to be among this powerful group of 20-somethings that are transforming and challenging the way work has been done, and coming back to that idea that, we can't, just continue to do the things that, have been done in the way that they've been done before, because they may not work for communities that we're working with now. We're diversifying, we're changing, we have different perspectives, and just really excited to see that work moving forward, and really grateful to Utah Business and all the partners here that brought us together. So thank you so much.
So what drew me into design was my background's in engineering. So I studied that in college for a couple of years before I switched to graphic design. For me, it was just the autonomy of it. It was the creativity. I still love that technical aspect, and I think bringing that into my creativity has been a huge help for me. It was still solving problems, but in a different way. I got to work with amazing creatives and amazing people that, inspired me. And for me, it just kind of made the shift a no-brainer. Some things that I hope to inspire in the next generation is starting from the foundations, building those foundations, cutting your teeth, but also doing the things that you enjoy, having passion. I always kind of say all right, I can teach you how to be a good designer, but I can't teach you how to have passion and how to care about what you're doing. Having that passion drives higher creativity, and it drives better results in every aspect of business, not just creative. So for me, I think that's the biggest thing is how can I inspire passion? How can I inspire people to, have that drive and that determination and that grit to, just continue and just, do the things that they enjoy and follow that path.
Let's welcome the Art Director of Branding and Design with Entrada, Cole Butterfield.
Few things are as jarring as hearing the sound of your own voice on video, so thank you all for bearing with. Thanks to Utah Business for putting this on. Super excited to be recognized among so many other great individuals, and just looking out and seeing the support systems that they've brought with them today. I just kind of want to let everybody know, be sure to tell everybody just how proud of them you are, because this is a huge achievement for them, and so exciting for me to be able to be alongside them. So super excited for this. Know where I'd rather be to get this award than at Entrada. It's been such a great opportunity for me, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. So thank you all for coming out today, and thank you to Utah Business for this.
I started filmmaking when I was probably around 13 or 14. My family moved from Georgia to Park City, Utah. So from a young age, I had a video camera in my hand, just kind of documenting day-to-day life. I ended up working at a motion picture trailer house company called NSYNC Plus. Had the opportunity of working on marketing materials, so TV spots, trailers for films like Silver Linings Playbook, Despicable Me. Really got to go into that world head on and understand hey, this is something I enjoy, but I can also, I can turn this into a career. Storytelling is just understanding people. It's, I think, taking the time to listen to what someone is saying, to open up, to be vulnerable. And when you're vulnerable, you feel kind of that unexplainable spark. I think filmmaking and storytelling is such a beautiful way to do that. It's something that I always go back to, just trying to make someone feel something, whether it's, wanting to make them smile or cry or walk away inspired. That's kind of what I'm after and what I'm trying to do.
All right, let's welcome to the stage the founder of Think Less, Cole Sachs.
Hello. So I think, one thing in my career that struck me from a young age was the idea that I need to be in a certain place to achieve what I need to achieve. And as a filmmaker, it's very easy to say, I should be in Los Angeles, or I should be in New York, or one of the major, movie markets. And I think through all the work that I've done and the places I've been and the people I've met, I kind of walked away with a change of perspective through their stories, which is all about the community that exists around them. And whether they're athletes or successful business people, everyone has a story of someone that's helped lifted them up. And with that in mind, it makes me think more about this community that we have here in Utah, and kind of reignites the spark to not look outside, but look more inside of what we have here and really cultivate and nurture that kind of community. So I'm just grateful to be a part of it, and grateful to be a part of this growing young Utah group of people. So thank you.
The changes that I hope to inspire with future generations, especially working at Gab, and just everything that we see, a lot of it is negative around technology. We want to inspire kids to go outside, to find what they're good at, get some hobbies, develop people skills, and then learn on the technology side. Be able to have great conversations and have personal development, and have times where they struggle and that they can learn from. So that's what we're hoping to do at Gab, is to have kids have those types of experiences. To me, success is not about accumulation of wealth or status or position. It's really what you can contribute and the person that you can become. Becoming an honest person, a trustworthy person. And I believe that if you put contribution first in your life, then accumulation just naturally follows, because people want to do business with those that are trustworthy and honest and hardworking, and who really want to benefit others. And so to me, success is being able to really help others, and helping others see their worth and potential is really how I define success.
I don't know if you guys picked up on this. The two honorees before were Coles, and now we have Colin Coles. So if anyone's having a son, Cole might be a good name, what they're doing in this world. Please give a warm welcome to Colin Cole, Managing Director of Wearables with Gab Wireless.
Thank you. I swear I'm more fun than what that video showed. I first just wanted to congratulate all the other awardees and recognize a few people. People at Gab are truly amazing. It's something to mentor someone who's younger, but even more special to invest in them, trust them, believe them, empower them, and that's what the people of Gab have done for me. Especially my dad Nate, my uncle Greg, and my grandpa Lance have been very instrumental. Also wanted to just recognize my amazing wife really quick, who's just been so instrumental to me and in my development. For the first 2 years of our marriage, I was gone on business 6 months of those 2 years, and she never complained once, and has always been my rock and listens to me, and is so special. So I just wanted to recognize her. She's a one of one. Thank you to Utah Business, and thank you for this award.
My grandmother has always been a really big inspiration to me. She was obviously born in the 50s and kind of went through college during a time when women were still not necessarily seen as equals to male counterparts. And she wanted to be a doctor. She worked really hard, was the top of her class, got amazing grades. And yet there were still obstacles in her way that just kept pushing her back and pushing her back. And she ultimately decided that instead of pursuing her dreams, she wanted to be a role model and an example to other women, became a teacher. I actually spent a lot of time with her as a kid, and she just had me right by her side learning. She taught me how to tile, she taught me how to do this complex math, she taught us art, she just taught us kind of everything, and just taught me really to love learning and to love life and to not be afraid of who you are and not let other people tell you what you can or can't do. Especially as a girl in construction, it's something that I never would have thought I would have received respect and recognition, and yet I come to work every day and just act like I am an equal, and people treat me like an equal. And obviously you've got to earn that respect, and you've got to work really hard to be the person you want to be, and the sky's the limit. If you want it, you can have it. You've just got to think and get there and work for it.
Let's welcome to the stage Project Manager with Pentalon Construction, Elise Lewis.
So today, each honoree was given 90 seconds to talk about anything they wanted. And as I debated what I thought was important enough to fill that special 90 seconds, I just had this recurring thought that I might have 90 seconds on this stage, but as soon as I step off, I've got decades left of my career to have a voice and to really just be able to share my experiences and help others have the same, and to go above and beyond what even I've done. And that alone, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to have this opportunity at such a young age to realize that. And probably something that should have been obvious to me as a woman in construction, that I should be a role model for others, just never really crossed my mind. I've always been the kind that just puts my head down, focuses on my work, and does my best with what I've been given without really checking out the peripherals and seeing who else could benefit from my example. So first, before I dive into the other thank yous, thank you to Utah Business for this recognition. It really is an honor. Now, to thank all the supporters that have been there for me throughout my life. Obviously, my grandma I mentioned in that video. She's not here today. She's off in another state where she lives, but she truly has been a role model to me, along with my parents, who have always been such great supports to me. I've got my in-laws and my husband here, and they've been here for the last 10 years of my life. I've known them since I was little, so they've also just been amazing supports, and I can't thank you enough for that support and for the confidence you guys have had when I didn't have it in myself. And then finally, just to thank those from Pentalon Construction. They saw my value really early on, even when I didn't recognize it. And not only did they value me, but they trusted me with way more responsibility than maybe they even should have. But I've been able to rise to the challenge and had their great mentorship to help me to really just succeed and be to this position, and hopefully to just skyrocket from here. So thank you.
The challenge is, the first one is the way I speak, because I have a stutter and then I speak French most of my life. So having a stutter and speaking French too as well was really hard in college. And then when I got into the tech industry too as well, because I was a software engineering at the American Express and Carter, and then I had to like be the best one, because the workspace there was not a lot of black kids like me, so really had to like be an example for them too as well, for those black kids in school. In the next 5 years, I would like to have an exit with CADO, or to build more businesses, mostly create the future, because you are really an entrepreneur and you have a gift, which is building businesses for people to get a job and to help people get a better life.
Please give a warm welcome to Vladimir Philip, founder and CEO of CADO.
Wow, thanks
everyone. Yeah, I just remember my first time I said a word. That was 5 years old, and that was a gift to my mom because she thought that I would never speak in my life, and to really get in school when kids just bully you because of the way I speak slow, and then I say words 10, 20 times to really get in school, college, and to work hard because you have this other kids don't really want to talk to you. So I grew up with no friends, but books were my friends because I had to read a lot and to try my best to learn things because having kids was not a good thing for me because they would bully me. And I remember 9 years ago, I came here to Utah, and I didn't speak no English at all. And then I had a chance to get out of state, and I tried to say a few words, and they couldn't help me out. And then I had someone whose name Michiko, and she's here with me today, and she gave me a chance, and I brought her here. Well, I brought her here because my mom was not able to make it here from New York. So being here means so much, much to me because I've seen the past great people on the list that came and speak. They spoke fast, and I still can't find a way to speak fast, and that's not my thing. And that's what I really wish, that I could speak fast, but I think that I will never speak fast. But the gift I have in me is to build things and to create the future, and that's why I built Kado, to help kids in school to gain the experience and skills that they need to get a high-paying jobs. So that's what I love doing, and thanks to Utah Business that gave me a chance to be here, and thanks to every one of y'all that take the time to listen to a French kid who has a bad stutter. Thank you so much.
So the way that I got started with Pack Size Now was actually quite a long journey. My parents moved to the US from Germany in 2002. I was only 7 years old, and I watched them grow Pack Size, which is an automation robotics company that creates on-demand packaging for businesses to ship their products in boxes that fit. Their business model is to place the machines in a customer's facility. And so when I was in college, I thought, why not try something new where we have our own production team and we make custom boxes locally for smaller businesses who maybe aren't big enough to get their own machine. Success to me looks like the pursuit of success. It's the journey. To me, there is no end point of success, and as long as I'm pursuing my goals, I feel like I'm successful. My advice is to not be afraid to make commitments, focus on your journey, focus on the steps. It's not always about where you end up, as long as you're having fun along the way and making a positive impact. And if you can focus on that, you're going to be successful.
Please help me welcome to the stage co-founder of Pack Size Now, Hansi Kiesner.
Wow, thank you
you so much. Thanks to Utah Business for this award. I'm honored. I really appreciate it. I can't believe I'm part of this 20 in their 20s. Thanks to everybody who's supported me along the way. Brent, my parents, my sister, Shane, Forrest, Tony, everybody who's been there for me. It's been such a journey, and I just care so much about the environment. I mean, what we're doing, it's all about right-sizing packaging so that you have a lesser impact on the environment when you ship your product. So if you're involved in a business that ships products, this is your invitation to do things the right way for your customer, the right way for the environment, and to improve your bottom line. We've got an ad on the 3rd page. You can check out our phone number, give us a call. Exactly, anything, we'll do our best to help you out. So I really appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much, and thanks to Utah Business.
I used to work for a company called Cubbies. You know, I enjoyed Cubbies a lot, but I was ready for that next step. And I actually just reached out to Marvin and Sarah via social media. I'd been in the food and beverage industry for 8 years or so at the time. And my wife actually found them on social media, and I reached out and told them, hey, I feel confident I can help you take your business to that next level. There's a basketball player named Derrick Rose, who I absolutely love, and he lives by the 5 Ps. It's proper preparation prevents poor performance. That really hits home for me because it seems as though it's common sense, but a lot of people forget about it and don't put a lot of time into developing, you know, what it is that they want to be good at. I'm a firm believer that you got to put a lot of effort into preparing for what's to come. You got to put time into self-betterment and teaching yourself how to be the best leader or the best coworker or friend or spouse or family member that you can be. And that's, in my opinion, how you'll be your best self. So put time into preparation and be okay with that.
I was really excited. My kids love spilled milk ice cream, so we need to talk after because I want a coupon for extra Lucky Charms in my matcha cone. So please welcome to J.K. McKeon, a Chief Operations Officer with Spilled Milk Ice Cream.
Wow. First off, thank you, Utah Business. This is quite the pleasure. First and foremost, I'd like to express my gratitude towards God for the blessing of another day. I'm really, really grateful for a lot of people and experiences in my life. My late father for teaching me how to put your head down and do a good job and push forward and believe in yourself. My wonderful mother, who is an absolute saint, can't be here today, but I'm so grateful for her. For my wife, Cassandra, she is my muse. It was such an honor to see her walk up on this stage last year and to be able to learn from her and be motivated by her. My little brother, Ben, for being such a great example to me. And then to Marvin and Sarah Phillip for taking a shot on me with spilled milk ice cream. Very little formal experience. Started out in Utah as a dishwasher, and just grateful for opportunity and for proper preparation and for putting time and effort and sweat and tears and passion into what you do. I'm grateful for each of you and the examples that you are to me, being able to listen and learn from you guys and just feel the passion that you all demonstrate. I believe that's why we do what we do. So thank you again, Utah Business, and thank you, Spilled Milk. Thank you, Marvin and Sarah, and that's what we're about, is creating memories and experiences with people who you love. So thank you guys so much.
I'm extremely passionate about kind of merging this area of business and engineering. I first got this entrepreneurial bug by working with some other two great co-founders on this carbon fiber travel guitar company. And that just got so exciting, working with innovation and engineering, meeting customer needs. And from there I actually took that and then you want to learn more, grow more as an engineer, and develop more into product engineer where I could innovate in new areas and new industries. What I'm greatly passionate about is really mixing this area of innovation and finding new ways to solve problems that haven't been done before. Using complex new engineering principles and applying them in new ways. And then on top of that, trying to find ways to build a business model around that idea, trying to meet customer needs, and create a product that people actually want and create something that makes an impact in people's lives. For me, the real success comes from looking back at what I've accomplished and feeling good about what I've done. Feeling good about who I've helped along the way, feeling good about working on something that I've accomplished and seeing it make a difference in the world.
All right, let's welcome the founder and CEO of Bloom Surgical, Jacob Sheffield.
Well, I feel honored being recognized for this. I mean, the reality is, being in your 20s, it's exciting, it's fun. And I've heard this pattern of people saying, right, we're young, we're inexperienced, and man, I feel that's so true. Who am I to think I can, bring to market a medical device in this competitive area? But having the thing that's so unique about Utah though is they have this community that fosters and facilitates this, community of entrepreneurship in this age group. And so, this wouldn't be possible, this confidence to actually go into these industries, without having these resources like Utah Business and these networking opportunities or these universities and these, sponsorship opportunities that they provide. Right, this is what really makes it possible for us to, feel confident to go out on our own and explore and innovate. So thank you for Utah Business and all the other sponsors that help, this community in Utah facilitate this entrepreneurship in this young age group. Thank you.
HydroJug, it's a 73-ounce water jug that we sell accessories with it. It's BPA free, dishwasher safe. So it'll be like a water bottle, like lifestyle fitness brand is what it is. My brother and I, we started it. We were both studying accounting at Weber State. We always knew we wanted to have it's kind of like a side business. My parents both own their own business, so it was something we knew we wanted to do. We didn't know exactly what, and then we just saw a need for this product, and we just kind of, one thing led to another. We imported it, we started branding it, trying to just sell it like business to business at first, and then it's probably like a year in, we switched completely to e-com. We have pretty lofty goals. I think we want to expand kind of our e-commerce portfolio, so bring on other brands or start other brands, and kind of apply our HydroJug model to those. Success to me looks like building a business where people can come in and develop as people. Being able to kind of give back, so bring people into the HydroJug business and have them love their job. Brought in a lot of people, and seeing those people develop over even just the last 6 months has been probably my favorite thing thus far.
So Jake could not be here today, so I'm gonna accept his award and make him trade me a HydroJug, and so he can get his plaque. So if you know Jake, please give him a congratulations online.
What I look for in a job or a company is some place that cares about their employees, not only on an employee level, but on a personal level as well. And that is one of the amazing things about Weave and where I work right now is they really do care about their people. We have awesome benefits, how they treat us on a daily basis. It's a really cool company to be a part of. Somebody that inspires me would definitely be my mom. So she's just the most resilient person I've ever met. And she is just the type of person that's always led by example. So definitely somebody that I look up to quite a bit. Some advice that I have for our younger generations is stick with it. The grass is not always greener on the other side. The grass is green where you water it, as corny as that sounds. That's something that I've learned in my career as well, is just sticking with it will make you a very competitive person. That's about 75% of the battle, is just continuing on.
So these 20-somethings are busy, and Megan was not able to be here with us today, but can we just give her some energy and give her a round of applause for what she's done? So we're going to turn our attention once again to the video screens for our next honoree.
Someone who's inspired me, I would say, is Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm a huge nerd, and just him being able to explain outer space and astrophysics. I'd also say my parents, my mother and my father, as well as my stepfather as well. All of them kind of working together to make sure that I'm a holistic person in everything that I do. I would also say my wife, and just being my backbone. Some things I'm passionate about is really learning systems and processes of institutions such as higher learning, like learning about policies and initiatives and things that are happening on a higher educational level. And then from there, how do we implement and change and impact those that are marginalized on our campuses? I really like seeing innovation and developing the next generations of Black leaders, and just seeing aspiring students. Every single year, we get a new population of eager young minds that are coming at the critical age of 18 to 24. Also non-traditional students, and seeing that, okay, they can make a difference. They're doing amazing things in our community. And with that, we really want to just make sure that we develop them and provide them with the tools of success.
Congratulations from a fellow Ute, and welcome to the stage Director of the University of Utah's Black Culture Center, Malijah Garfield.
All right, so how you doing, folks? How you doing today? You're here, you're not at work, you're getting a nice little lunch. Is that good? So, hey, I just have a few words that I kind of came up with today. And first, I would just like to say thank you to Utah Business Mag for putting on this event and highlighting these amazing individuals. Can we have a round of applause for them? All right. So I believe this moment is so much bigger than me. It's for every Black student who has chosen to continue their education. Hopefully you all can offer them an opportunity. This is for every Black faculty and staff member who became cultural conduits here at the University of Utah. It's for my spouse, that by the grace of God that continues to believe in me every day, even though I leave my socks everywhere. It's for my colleagues under Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion at the U who chooses to do this work despite the opposition. I see you. I see you. To the awardees this afternoon, to the awardees, let this be a symbol, a reflection that leads you to love yourself and not to feel like an imposter. Because doing so may be the difference between dreaming at all and realizing dreams you never allowed yourself to have. We are not the future, but the present. And what you do now paves the ways for others after us. If there is one thing I would like to tell you all as awardees today, is please, please, please protect your magic. You all are doing amazing things in the community, at your jobs, as well as in our state. I see you, 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 and I respect you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I think it's really important to find a company that shares your values. And for me, a lot of it is trying to help other people. And I think Zions Bank is a bank that is very dedicated to the community. And I see it in the way that we work with our customers and always putting them first. And so that really aligns with my personal beliefs and trying to help other people and not having to navigate anybody else's interest, just putting the customer first. So my advice is to really lean on those who came before you. I think a lot of my generation wants to just start from scratch and kind of forge their own way, which is awesome as well. But I just think there's so much you can learn from the people who came before you. Something I've learned personally has just been to always learn other people's perspectives and to take those into account. I think it's really easy to be really certain of yourself when you're 20, you're just coming out of college and you think you kind of know everything and you are 100% confident in all of your opinions. And as I've gotten older, I've just learned that there's more gray in the world and there's more uncertainty. And I think that's something really valuable for us to acknowledge as we make our ways through life.
All right, let's give a warm welcome to Michael Freiland, Vice President of Treasury Management with Zions Bank.
Hello, thank you, everybody. I brought notes because if I forget to mention my wife, she'll probably kill me. This is just such a great honor. Thank you very much, Utah Business, for hosting this. This is just really a tremendous recognition. However, I'd say I'd be amiss if I didn't say that it's really not an individual achievement for me. It's really my whole team and colleagues and family that have supported me to get to this point in my career. I'm now 29, so just barely made the cutoff. And if I've learned one thing, it's that the key to success is to surround yourself with other successful, hardworking people. And somehow I managed to infiltrate one of those teams, and it's been just really wonderful. I guess finally I would just say I've been watching some kind of boring but interesting documentaries on ancient civilizations, and one of the adages that always comes up is, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? I think we've all heard that. And I think I would just add that it also wasn't built by one person. So thank you very much. Oh, and 20 in your 20s, if you need a bank, give me a call. Thanks.
My advice for future generations is probably just to take your dreams, run with them, and be very vocal about where you want to go. Not every dream pans out, and I am the first to tell you that I have had tons and tons of dreams. That's not going to stop anytime soon. Luckily, I have a husband who's willing to put my feet back on the ground, but take them and run with them and be very vocal about trying to find avenues to make them work. If you keep them to yourself, they will never pan out, which I know from experience. So definitely bring more people into your network. Use everybody that you can, be vocal about where you want to go, and that dream will adapt and change over time. That will be the way to kind of push your way through. I would say I'm pretty proud of where I am today in kind of pushing the ceiling for women in different areas. I came from fitness, which is usually a very male-dominant industry. I'm now in tech, also a very male-dominant industry. And I love getting to work with fellow strong women in both industries as well, and we get to kind of expand, grow. Both have been very receptive to, I would say, including more and having a little bit more of a diverse workplace, and that makes me very proud to know that we are kind of setting a foundation for other women to come in. I have a little girl who's going to grow up in this world, and I want her to be able to have as many opportunities as possible.
Please welcome to the stage our final honoree of the day, Michelle Lee, Global Project Manager for Qualtrics.
Okay, well, I will wrap us up. I am the last and final, but definitely very excited to be here. And again, I echo what everybody else has said before me, and being able to be surrounded by so many driven and innovative other leaders who were awarded today as well. It truly is an unprecedented time of challenges that presents itself with very unique opportunities to look beyond our lessons of the past and to build a very different and new future for ourselves. And I thank Utah Business for being able to highlight these innovative thought leaders and to be able to showcase the work that they've done, and to be surrounded by so many people and to really continue solving the problems of today and push to a new era for tomorrow. I know I am very excited to see what happens next, and thank you guys.
The favorite part of my program is I get 2 minutes to just say how I feel. It's his ad lib, but I just really quick, if all the honorees, if you could just stand up for us, if you could just stand up, I'm gonna take a quick video and I will airdrop this to you outside. I want you to see the support, the angle that I have to see how many people love and support you for everything that you're doing. So stand up real quick, and can we all just give them a very big round of applause? Thank you. You know, as a mom with 2 small kids, my 9-year-old, I worry. I don't watch the news a lot because I'm just like, oh my gosh, what kind of world are they in? And I can say with full faith and confidence how impressed I am with this group of 20-somethings here today. And Vladimir, where are you? Or Vladimir, I can't see. I would like to say you have 100 new friends, if not 150. I don't know how many are here today. And please keep in touch. And I would say to the 20-somethings, networks and relationships are everything. Please go meet a fellow honoree, link up with them on LinkedIn, and keep this going. And we look forward to seeing you, hopefully in the 30s and their 30s. So congratulations again. Okay, to wrap this up, we just want to thank again, first, Utah Business are amazing, and all the sponsors. If the sponsors are here, can we just give them a round of applause? It would not be possible without you. Thank you to our sponsors. So 2 things real quick. You may have noticed there is a QR code and promo code on your tables, so look for those real quick. As an attendee today, you can take a picture of that QR code and you can register for 1 year a complimentary subscription to the magazine. So if you don't have Utah Business, take a picture, they'll get that to you. And then we also are trying to be sustainable and recycle. So your name badges that will end up in your purse, bottom of your car, in your kid's toy box, if you could leave them, they will reuse them for the next event. And then as a reminder, all your parking's paid for and it is not the cheapest. So if you have not got a validation, just go out to the front table and one of the beautiful ladies at Utah Business will get you one. So that's a wrap. Thank you so much. I hope you were inspired as much as we were today, and continue to do good work because we see it and we honor it. Thank you.